Good morning, Birmingham. It is Dixon and Vining on Talk 99.5 and Talk995.com. 7:05 our time. It's 4:20, man. April 20th. It's 4:20. You know that? Yeah.
I thought we were going to slide by through the day.
Nope.
Instead of the 4:20.
Nope. We're going to highlight 4:20, baby. That's what it's all about. The ganja, the devil's lettuce, marijuana. I understand that they're actually getting some of these centers open here in Alabama. Is that true? Have you heard about that? Getting the medical license
It'll be
out
shocking to me if that's
there?
the case.
It's literally been four or 5 years since they passed that medical marijuana.
It's been a little game.
Yeah, it really has been. It's like, how far out can we go before we actually live up to this? I'd like to know. Funny stuff, man. Okay, we got a pretty nice day in store for us. 78 degrees with sunny skies today. 82 partly cloudy tomorrow. Same partly cloudy skies on Wednesday with 84. Mostly sunny, actually, I'm going to say 84. Some rain coming into the forecast later this week, but I really hate to jump to the conclusion that we have anything solid. We know that there will be rain. We're just not sure exactly when it's going to be here. Could be some Friday, could be some Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm just going to name all the days.
Upwards of maybe an inch of rain. We'll just say this: upwards of an inch of rain over the next 7 days.
Hello.
But these first part of the work week will be just fine.
Okay.
So watch out for that. And again, that changes a lot. So we'll see. We'll see.
It does. We're going to talk a little bit about the FBI director coming up in a bit here because I don't want to let that story slip by somehow. It did. I think it was Friday that the story came out originally, and then the response was largely over the weekend, which means it gets lost because, News Talk listeners are busy. We don't have time.
Yeah, we got to chop.
We're like,
go.
I mean, you were golfing, right? I was off helping a friend, and you get lost in the shuffle. If I hadn't been traveling by car yesterday and listening intently to a lot of different news stations so that I would kind of know what I was talking about when I got home, I wouldn't know anything about this story, and I think a lot of people don't. But we'll get to that. Cody, the owner of DrivewayWashing.com, would like to make the announcement that it's not just driveways they wash. Nope. They actually do exterior cleaning of all kinds: patios, decks, roofs, stain removal, siding, gutter cleaning, rust removal, outdoor window cleaning. They do both residential and commercial. They can do your house. They do kind of a soft wash thing on siding. They can also do your business. If you own a business, large or small, they've done barbers, they've done local schools, the BJCC, a lot of local restaurants. They can certainly handle your job. Cody is the owner and CEO and is probably going to be the guy who comes by and gives you an estimate if you call. That estimate is free, and it's going to be reasonable. 915-0646, 915-0646. That's area code 205. You can text him at that number as well. Or the only thing you really have to remember is the name of the company, which is easy to remember, which is why he never is going to change it. DrivewayWashing.com. DrivewayWashing.com. They do so much more than driveways. Average job will take 3 or 4 hours. Give them a call at 915-0646. Let's do this, shall we?
And now, it's Dixon and Vining's top 3 things you need to know.
Well, one Iranian ship now has a giant hole where its engine compartment used to be, and dozens, if not hundreds, are stranded now on both sides of the Strait of Hormuz after Iran once again shot the critical choke point on Saturday, leaving crews trapped amid reports of gunfire and traumatic experiences on board. We had an attempt by an Iranian vessel to breach the U.S. blockade, the blockade that we had put there, saying no Iranian ships are going to make it through here. They gave it a shot. For 6 hours, we had one of our Navy destroyers follow and explain to them what was going to happen if they didn't stop, and then eventually they got a hole blown in their engine compartment. Marines boarded from helicopters sliding down, and we now have control of that ship. We have a brand new vessel. It's got a hole in the engine compartment. It's slightly damaged, but other than that, yeah.
I would say so.
Iran says, we're not coming to those meetings in Pakistan. We're done talking. We're not going to talk to you anymore. Okay.
I think we have our answer here. This is just how they operate.
It is. Well, here's part of the problem from what I understand. Again, I'm gleaning this from a lot of the experts that have been talking over the past couple of days. We get such a thumbnail sketch on the news. They just kind of pop in and give you this is happening, and this is happening. Whereas when you actually get in depth, you find out that the hardliners, the guys, what they call the mullahs, okay? There's the Ayatollah, of course. He is now 2 miles beneath the surface of the earth in a bunker because he doesn't want to be the next victim. And then you have him surrounded by a council of these guys who are the hardcore Islamic fundamentalists. And then you have the government, which is not exactly the same thing. The Speaker of the House, for instance, a little easier going, more interested in the politics of the situation. And he's the one who's apparently been dealing with J.D. Vance and Trump and all of those guys and saying, well, we might be able to work something out. Maybe we can get something to happen. Well, with no comms, no communication ability, because this guy's like, they can follow a wire down. It's true. I mean, our ability to figure out where someone is just based upon their communication is earth-shattering. It's really quite frightening how good we are at it.
Walkie-talkies?
Yeah.
Blow up walkie-talkies?
Yeah, even those things will go right up in your hand if Israel's involved. So they're literally passing notes. They literally have to have somebody write a note, give it to somebody else, who then takes the elevator down the 2 miles into the thing and hands it to the Ayatollah, and he looks at it and says, we're not doing this. And then the information finds its way back up again like 2 days later. Mm-hmm. And here you got Trump going, it's done, we're finished, everything's great. And 2 days later, it's like, no, we're not. No, we're not. So that's why we're having these problems, is that you got two different factions in Iran. And unless and until we can blow up those hardcore mullahs, this is going to be a problem that continues for a while.
Right. And again, they keep dibble-dabbling and playing around with us. And, I understand the communications part of it, but there's no leadership in Iran that's ever been truthful in what they say.
No.
And even with the ceasefire, it's just...
We would really like this to be over sooner rather than later, but what we like and what's going to happen, I think, are going to be two completely
and good for Donald.
things.
Donald Trump's trying to let this play out a little bit instead of just hard-handed going, okay, we're going to blow up all your power plants and your bridges. But there comes a point where it's like, okay, well, you're not coming to the table to negotiate in good faith, and you're going to lie about the ceasefire. So you know what? There's nothing left for us to talk about. We'll do what we need to do to protect that region of the world
and
Israel.
The only thing that got us to the ceasefire was the blowing up everything else they had.
Right.
So
now we're back at it again.
We'll go ahead and pick it right back up where we left off, I say. Horrible situation out of Shreveport where Shamar Elkins, suspect accused of opening fire during a domestic incident, left 8 children, 7 of them his dead, and 2 women injured. This happened on Sunday. This man previously served in the Louisiana Army National Guard from August of 2013 to August of 2020. He was a signal support system specialist and a fire support specialist. Authorities say Elkins is accused of carrying out the shooting across multiple locations. He fled the scene, carjacked a vehicle, later was killed during a confrontation with law enforcement. Horrible situation. Add that all up, that's 9 dead, 2 injured, all because one guy had some pretty serious mental problems.
Yeah, and he even admitted that to his mother and stepdad back around Easter, that he was not well. And it's so sad because had he maybe gotten the help that he needed instead of like, yeah, you're going to be okay, buck up, let's go, you can do this, really get him the help that he needed, maybe this all could have been avoided.
Could have been. It's hard to believe, but before this past Saturday, the only shutout in the history of the UFL was owned by the Birmingham Stallions when they blanked the San Antonio Brahmas 25-0 in the 2024 championship game. There are now 2 shutouts, and unfortunately,
Birmingham is now it.
Birmingham's on the wrong side of this one.
Mm-hmm.
It was the home opener, and the Orlando Storm disappointed the largest crowd at Protective Stadium history for the Stallions game. They've been at it for 5 years now, and this was 18,000 paid tickets, they say. Now, I watched a lot of this game. According to my friend who is a season ticket holder and goes to almost, I don't think he's missed a home game yet. He said half the crowd was there to see Gucci Mane, the halftime show, a guy from Bessemer. I watched in horror as this halftime show went on for 25 minutes. I was just like, what is this even? Oh, my God. They showed the whole thing on TV.
Yeah.
And I was watching it and just going, why? It was like a car wreck. I couldn't turn away. But that's why
pretty
there were
sad.
that's why there were 18,000 people there. 9,000 of them were there because for whatever the price of a Stallions ticket was, what,
They
20,
get to go
15
see
bucks,
this.
whatever,
Yeah.
they could go see Gucci Mane and get a 25-minute show. And unfortunately, they watched the Stallions get absolutely smacked. And A.J. McCarron afterward came out and said that was embarrassing. It won't happen again. Sorry.
Might need to make changes at quarterback.
Yeah,
might
they
need to
did.
make changes.
They did make changes.
Running
They
back
actually
might
traded.
need to make changes. I was like,
They traded with the Orlando Storm, which
Yeah,
was
they were like,
interesting.
hey,
Yeah.
you take our quarterback, we'll take your quarterback.
Yeah. Your guy seems to be doing better than ours. How about we go ahead and swap? At least when he throws the ball, he throws it to his own players. We could try that on for size.
yikes.
Just kidding. It was a rough game. I didn't make it all the way to the end of it, but I did see that it was
I can see why you didn't.
nothing at the end, and it was, woof. And I tell you, AJ, here's the thing, man. You're gathering a crowd, and people are finally getting to show up and see, like the Stallions are beginning to grow on Birmingham. Birmingham ain't going to support a loser, okay? If we're not going to win games, then that crowd's going to dissipate pretty quickly, and that's a cause for concern. So get your act together, brother. 7:16 with Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5 and Talk995.com. When your garage door begins to give up on you, get yourself an uplifting experience. ProLift Garage Doors, they have emergency service, which I like, because a lot of times you need that door fixed, and you need it fixed right away. You can get them to come out, same-day service, take care of everything very quickly. They have all the stuff necessary on the truck to fix almost anything. Most jobs, I would say, can be done with the stuff that they keep on their truck. Fantastic, whether it's hinges or tracks, rollers, whether it's the head, the track itself, maybe it's the spring you've got a problem with. It doesn't matter. They keep that stuff, and those trucks are laden, man. When they show up and you go, that thing is groaning under the weight of the stuff they're carrying around. But that's what it takes to make sure that your door gets fixed by ProLift. No matter what the make, the model, the size, the kind, they're going to do it for you at ProLift Garage Doors. Call them at 286-9727, 286-9727, or find them online at proliftdoors.com. They sell new doors as well if you need one of those. ProLift Garage Doors, 286-9727. 721. Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, Talk 99.5.com. Here we are on the 20th of April with what seems a lot more like April-y weather. A high today of 78, tomorrow 82, then we go to 84, and finally the April showers begin showing up later this week, or so they say.
It sure does look like that. Got a little bit of rain over the weekend, Saturday night. It was kind of nice to see that, and yeah, when we look at the forecast and maybe some more rain, might need to reach out to Daniel over at Noble Contractors and get some new gutters up and the gutter covers. You know, it's really nice to know somebody that has a locally owned business, somebody that's a veteran of the military who's going to treat you right and do the job for much less than some of these big national companies that are out there. And here's proof in it. You get Daniel to come out after you've gotten maybe some free estimates, or maybe they charge you for the estimates, for all we know, for some of these national companies, and then let Daniel come out and give you his free estimate, and you'll see that he can do the job for a lot less. Beautiful gutters, gutter covers, every color of the rainbow, that whatever you need for your home. It could be a unique gutter color that you need, and he can help you with that. Downspouts, as I said, the gutter covers, if you need repairs done, he can do that as well. Do that today. Call him. Reach out to him at 422-3034. And if nothing else, if you're like, no, I think I'm good with my gutters, what if you needed a repair? Who would you call? You can call Daniel. He'll do that for you. They now offer financing, too, as low as 0% for 21 months on those new gutters. Check him out at noblecontractorsala.com. See some of his work on Facebook, noblecontractorsala.com, or call him today, 205-422-3034.
All right, you know, there was a time when the only portion of society where it was acceptable to be wrong, and you just kind of blew it off and moved on, was weathercaster. You know, they'd be like, oh, yeah, well, it's going to be 75 degrees on Thursday, and Thursday would come and it would be 55, and you go, well, we got it wrong. You know, it happens. The front didn't move in the way we thought it was going to, whatever, it slowed down. We thought it was going to rain. It didn't rain, whatever the case may be, okay? And that was okay. As long as they were right, like 60% of the time, you were like, I'll still listen to what the guy has to say. It's okay. Actually getting better and better at it for the most part. Most of the time you'll find that they're at least a good bit closer, and if they are off, they're off by a couple of hours, not by days or by, you know, huge, massive schisms of degrees. Anyway, it's now okay to be wrong, if you are a global weather alarmist. That's number one.
It's okay.
We got Earth Day coming up. Well, yeah. And watch and see, because you're going to find this. It's going to happen. I think if I had to guess, I would say one of the Republican rags, one of the hardcore right-wing rags, is going to do this. National Review maybe will do it, but then there are others. Town Hall is a really good one for this. They're going to print up every alarmist global prediction that has ever been made, and then they're going to point out when it was made and how it didn't ever come to fruition. I mean, you and I have been in this business long enough to know that we've heard over and over again, oh, there's not going to be any beaches in 25 years. Oh, New York's going to be underwater by the year 2020. Oh, you know, on and on with these ridiculous, the polar ice caps are going to be gone by the turn of the century. None of this stuff took place, and none of it is demonstrably true in any way, shape, or form. And now we're beginning to get cooler heads prevailing, pointing out that, yes, there is a little bit of global warming. It's going up by tenths, hundredths of a degree every year. I mean, it's infinitesimal. It will not be so great in your lifetime that it will even actually affect your life or the way we do business. And we're finally beginning to get some people who are willing to come out and say that. In the meantime, the alarmists are still like, we're all going to die. It's a nightmare. Anyway. It's also now okay to be completely wrong if you are a Democratic journalist.
Oh, yes.
How many times have we heard so-and-so is going to be fired? Oh, this person in the Trump administration is going to be fired. Oh, this person's leaving. Most recently, it was Sam Alito stepping down. Sam Alito stepping down for the Supreme Court. He just hired a whole bunch of clerks for the next session.
I think he's fine.
He's not leaving.
Yeah.
He's not going anywhere.
At least not right now.
We have heard they were right about Kristi Noem, but they were wrong about the timing on that, because that kind of popped up out of nowhere. Then we started hearing Tulsi Gabbard and Elise Stefanik and on and on and on about all these people that were going to be axed. Didn't happen. Hasn't happened. But you get
so get it. You know what? Get into the business of giving us the news.
Yeah.
Stop doing predictions.
Stop trying to guess. Well, we got it from a good source.
No, that's.
I tell you all that to tell you this. Friday, Axios wrote a story about FBI Director Kash Patel that said that he has consumed alcohol to intoxication multiple times in front of White House people. They spoke with over 24 people, including former and current FBI officials, members of Congress, hospitality industry workers, and others, and claimed that Kash Patel is frequently MIA. He's been difficult to wake because he was so drunk. Obvious intoxication. At one point, they had to get the FBI to bring out some breaching equipment to get into his hotel room because he was so drunk he couldn't wake up and answer the door. And this is all claimed in Axios. Caroline Leavitt, of course, the White House press secretary, said none of that is true. Todd Blanche, current Attorney General, said, I've known Kash Patel. He's accomplished more in 14 months than the previous administration did in 4 years. How could he do that if he was drunk all the time? What are you talking about?
It'd be pretty difficult.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ask Kamala.
She didn't accomplish anything. Patel, for his part, wrote on the social platform X, see you and your entire entourage of false reporting in court. But to keep up with the fake news, actual malice standard is now what some would call a legal layup. He then said, bring your checkbook. Axios, in case you don't know, I'll remind you, this is something that I feel like I have to talk about every time I bring up Axios. It's red journalism, for want of a better term. Yellow journalism. I don't know what exactly you would call it, but it's a bunch of people who basically, they will write an entire story with people familiar with the matter said. And you go, really? You couldn't get one person to go on the record here. You couldn't find one former FBI employee who has nothing to lose now, will not put their name on this story.
They're not interested in that, and they're not thinking that Kash Patel would come after them and sue them. But he should do that to stop this.
Absolutely.
Donald Trump's been doing it.
Absolutely.
Kash Patel should do it.
This should be happening more and more often. I find this fascinating, by the way. We're sitting around arguing about whether or not Pete Hegseth is a drunk. Again, best war secretary of war we've had probably in my lifetime, aside from Donald Rumsfeld. He was maybe the best guy that we'd had in my lifetime. Pete Hegseth, very close second. We're arguing about whether or not Kash Patel is a drunk. You remember what we were talking about 4 years ago at this time? We were talking about the assistant secretary of transportation who was a bald guy who wore dresses and was stealing people's luggage at the airport so that he could steal their dresses so that he could wear them so he wouldn't have to go out and buy them.
Bizarre.
Yeah. We were talking about the undersecretary of health, a guy named Richard, who went by the name Rachel and dressed like a woman every day. This is what we were talking about.
Well, and the left can't stand it, so they're trying to throw people under the bus.
Yeah.
And they don't even have facts.
They have no facts. This is gonna burn up. This is gonna absolutely fry them because they're gonna have to go into court. It's defamation of character. It was done with malice aforethought, and I think it's gonna really fry them. We'll see, especially if Axios is ever in the process of like trying to be bought or sold or something like that. That will call for a fairly quick settlement. We'll see how it goes. In the meantime, 7:30, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, Talk99.5.com. How do you base an entire story on talking to people and they say, well, I heard that this and this and this, and you're like, you heard that?
That is not journalism, folks.
No.
I hate to tell you.
That's eighth grade
how you're
lunch.
doing it. You're doing it all wrong.
Yeah. Today is the acoustic guitar day for bumper music, I think, is the way. Breaking out a lot of acoustic guitar.
I kind of like it.
Me too. Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Thanks a heap for hanging out with us on a Monday, 13 hours of live and local programming every single weekday. And don't forget about our big 10-year anniversary coming up. That is at Iron City, May the 15th. That is just a little less than a month away now.
Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Wow. 25 days.
Going to be great. Brought to you by the Knowles Group. You're going to be hearing Little Brother Kane. You're going to be hearing Stone Horses. You're going to hear Cattle. They'll all be right there on stage in front of you. You can purchase tickets right now through Ticketmaster or IronCityBhem.com. Help us celebrate our 10th anniversary. We're going to have some swag out there. You're going to hang out with the staff, all your favorite Talk 99.5 radio personalities, plus John Bird. All of them there. And Aqua Systems and Blakely's Bouquets are also helping us put this thing on. 10 years. And they said we'd never make it.
No, we're here. And Danny Knowles and the Knowles Group, the presenting sponsor.
Love them.
Can't do any of this without any of you. And, of course, our listeners. And we always get so excited because Jawbone Jam is going to give us an opportunity for all of us to get to hang out together. And this is a big birthday, big anniversary.
Yep.
So get some tickets and join us.
Will there be cake?
That's not a bad idea. Okay. Maybe we should get a ginormous
I like it.
Anniversary cake.
You're a Costco member.
Sure.
You can hand out cake to the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Throw cake at the crowd.
Why not?
That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure Iron City would love that.
Just so you know, there is not a single over-the-counter pill that you can buy that is going to raise your testosterone more than 20%. In other words, if you have testosterone of 300, which is way low, the best that an over-the-counter product is going to get you to is 360, which is still way low, because your goal is to get between 600 and 900. Now, the Alabama Men's Clinic knows this, which is why they have a fabulous clinic that will test your testosterone level, find out where you stand, and then begin treatment on you if you are too low. They'll talk to you about the variety of options available to you. There are plenty, and they'll get you moving on the right path so that you can begin feeling a whole lot better, getting more energy, not coming home from work and dragging yourself straight to bed. Not having enough testosterone is a problem that plagues 2 out of 5 men once they get into their late 50s. If you're one of them, the Alabama Men's Clinic is exactly what you need. 598-7000 is the telephone number, 598-7000, or alabamamensclinic.com. You can make an appointment right there. It is urology-backed science. It's powered by Men's Pro, and it'll really improve your situation a lot, helping with ED and hair loss and weight loss and GLP-1s and peptides and all that good stuff. The Alabama Men's Clinic, 598-7000. I happen to have here, I have got one of two stories. You can go either way. I'll let you guys choose. How about that?
Okay. What you got?
Would you rather rank Ruffles flavors or rank dill pickles?
Ooh.
I mean, dill pickles are kind of dill pickles.
Mm-hmm. I disagree. I disagree.
I mean, are some better than others? Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's a much bigger variety of the Ruffles.
There are great.
Let's do Ruffles.
Okay.
Save the pickles.
Pickles will happen tomorrow. When maybe we'll save it for Friday when Steve's not here to poo-poo the idea.
There you go.
All right, Ruffles it is.
I bought some, by the way, and this just goes to show you to not get sucked into the on-sale thing. It was a twofer deal on some dill pickles, and I want to say it was Southeastern Market or something like that, back when Winn-Dixie had their own little brand there, And I bought 2, and I'm like, man, I got a great deal on these pickles. I got home. They were terrible.
Oh.
They were terrible.
Oh, no.
I mean, the first one I ate, I was like, oh, no. Oh, and then I ate another jar just to see it. I'm like, they're all like this. Oh, no. The other jar sits unopened in my cabinet like a year and a half later.
You need to give that thing away.
Yeah, I'm like, either it goes in the garbage or, it's...
Hey, the next, from time to time, we'll have a little cookout here.
Yeah.
A little
break
staff
those out.
cookout.
There you go.
Go ahead and bring them. Say, I've got the pickles.
All right, here we go. Ruffles flavors ranked. These are ranked by Tasting Table. Samantha Maxwell.
All right, Samantha.
Come on, Sammy, come through for us.
No
Make
pressure.
it good. Make it good. Let me see. Oh, I got to go all the way back to the beginning of this thing. I was at the end of it, unfortunately. Somehow I started on the last slide. How did I do that? Huge mistake. Okay. Here we go. Coming in at number 12, queso cheese. You ever had the queso cheese Ruffles?
Never
I
had
don't think
them.
I ever have, no.
I have. They belong in 12th place.
Well, okay.
My son-in-law brought some home when they were living with me, and I ate about 2 of them, and I went, well, that's a hard no vote.
Don't like those.
And then they sat in my pantry until they just grew stale, and even the dogs wouldn't eat them.
Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah, away
That's
they
really
went.
bad.
I'm glad I didn't buy them.
Yeah.
You waste his money. Sour cream and onion. Oh, hold on a second.
Not
No,
really
I
sure
think
about
that's
this one.
really good.
Sour cream and onion is one of my all-time favorite flavors. It's an OG flavor.
Mm-hmm.
There used to only really be 2 flavors aside from regular chips. You got sour cream and onion and barbecue, and that was it. Man, I grew up on sour cream and onion.
Sour cream and onion is should be way high on the list.
Whenever I got the treat of a potato chip, it was going to be generally a sour cream and onion. Coming in at number 11. Number 10, lime and jalapeno.
I would like that. I bet that's a good summer chip.
Oh,
No, you're not a fan?
I would like the jalapeno. I don't know why they always stick lime on there. Stop it. Stop with the lime
Isn't
already.
everything better with a little lime?
No.
Is it really? No.
Margarita.
Not
Maybe
really.
tequila.
Coming in at number 9, one of my other all-time favorite flavors, cheddar and sour cream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that.
These are like crack to me. Man, I can't buy them because I won't stop eating them. They will outshine every other chip in my pantry.
Do you need some dip for
No,
it, or are you just
no,
plain
no.
right out of the bag?
No, the dip is in the chip, baby.
Okay, just
Yeah?
making sure.
No, the cheddar and
Right.
sour cream.
You
It's
don't
all
need
right
Right there in the
more.
ridges.
Hello.
Okay.
How about number 8, flaming hot cheddar
No,
and sour
no,
cream?
Too hot.
Yeah,
Yeah, not big on that.
that'll burn you up. Number 7, jalapeno ranch. I could do that. Getting a
could
jalapeno
try
and
it.
the cooling flavor of the ranch might work together. I don't know. I've never had it, but it looks. I like it better than jalapeno lime. I'll tell you that. Coming up next, ranch lime. No, I'm just kidding. Number 6
Don't
is
give them any weird ideas.
smokehouse barbecue.
Love barbecue.
Yeah, I don't know what
I think I've
smokehouse
had
barbecue
those
is.
though, and I want to say I liked it.
Okay, you want to say it, so go ahead.
Yeah,
and say
it's been a while. I can't really remember them, but I want to say I've had them.
it. Number 5, flaming hot barbecue. Again,
Don't need them too hot.
why do you
No,
feel
you
the
don't
need
need
to?
that.
I don't want them to hurt.
Barbecue's good enough.
Not interested in the harm. Number 4, original.
Kind of lays there.
Wow.
Kind of bland.
Wow.
Yeah.
Get it? Ruffles lays there. Ruffles just lays.
See? Ah,
See what you did there. Yeah.
You're free to laugh if you want to. I got the Frito thing in too. I kill me. Double crunch honey mustard. Number 3.
Double crunch.
I like honey mustard. I
really?
just don't need potato chips with honey mustard. Does that make sense?
Honey mustard.
I want to dip it in my
Yeah,
nuggets.
I'm
I
with
want
you.
my nuggets in the honey mustard.
I'll dunk a nug in
I
some
don't-
honey mustard for sure.
yeah.
I like the double crunch thing. I wish they put the double crunch on more stuff
Mm-hmm.
because it's the way the ridges are aligned that makes it a little.
Spread them out
crunchier,
a little
but-
bit more.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
not so
yeah.
close together.
I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, flaming hot. Wrong. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. And number 1 is double crunch hot wings.
Oh,
Hmm.
I haven't had those.
Hmm.
I think our taster is very big on the spicy kind of warm edge of things.
I think that's true.
Samantha.
I agree with you,
Yeah, what's up with that,
Samantha.
Samantha?
Sammy. I think if I had to rank these things, I would say, number 3, original makes sense. Number 2, sour cream and onion, and number 1 would probably be cheddar sour cream. Those are probably my top 3
I
Ruffles
like your
flavors.
ranking better.
Yeah. I don't know. I ate something the other day, and I'm trying to remember what it was that I got that was the hot version of something. And I ate 2 of them, and I was like, well, that's enough of that. I can't do this
Don't want
anymore.
any more. Yeah.
I mean, it was just painful.
Yeah. I think
What is the
my
thought
number 1
process
is
there?
probably the sour cream and onion.
Yeah. It's a strong chip, man.
Yeah.
Just regular barbecue is pretty awesome as well. But, I mean, when I was a kid, if we got Ruffles, that was like a holiday of some kind. I never saw potato chips in my home. So if my mom brought home a bag, or maybe it's because we went on a camping trip or something and we, bought to have with our sandwiches, she used to love this whole concept of stopping at a rest area and just breaking out the sandwiches and sitting at a picnic table. We'd be the idiots you'd see at the rest area out there.
So you were the Griswolds.
Exactly.
It's time for the picnic table lunch, everyone.
Eating sandwiches
stop.
at the picnic table and maybe having some chips there and the wind blowing everything around as you're trying to, and yeah.
Well,
it
there was a lot.
terrible.
You had a big family, right?
6 people
Yeah.
and a
see,
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean,
They
if
were watching their.
if the goal was to stop every time you were hungry and go to a restaurant, we would have never made it out of the
right.
state.
And that's exactly why they did what
Yeah,
they did.
no question.
Uh-huh.
But man, my mom was even bad at making sandwiches. You wouldn't think that was possible, but she would take like butter, hard butter, and she would just cut it into patties and then try to spread it on bread, which would either tear the bread or leave the butter intact, right?
Yes.
And then she would make like if
So
she
obviously Mom didn't leave the butter on the counter.
No. I grew up with butter in the fridge always. That's why. And it was, by the way, it wasn't even butter. It was margarine.
Yeah. That should already be ready to go, shouldn't it?
Literally one step away from being plastic. I mean, it's one molecule away from plastic, right? And then if, say, for instance, she was making a salami sandwich, she would cut this salami super thick.
Oh.
You're like,
oh.
What are you doing?
You want that thin.
2 or 3
don't you?
small, thin slices rather than one thick slice
slice.
is no way to go. Or
Don't you
liverwurst.
think it was liverwurst?
I grew up on
right?
liverwurst, which I grew to enjoy, I have to admit. But again, you can spread that stuff.
Yeah.
She didn't believe in that either. She
No,
was like,
just
no,
put hunks there.
just gonna put hunks of that
Just
on
put
there.
some onion on it.
And then she would buy this Wisconsin cheddar cheese that was barrel shaped. It was a cylinder and
Yeah.
it had the red wax on it, and she would cut the end off of that. All my friends are eating Kraft singles. All my friends are getting the little cheese that you unwrap. It's pasteurized processed cheese food.
Poor Richard.
No.
Richard's childhood was just no wonder.
You can see why I'm the mess that I am.
He's so
She buys the cylinder
jaded.
of Wisconsin cheddar, and then she cuts that thick as well. And you're like, what are you doing?
She said, I'm making you a thick sandwich.
A little cheese goes along. And then I told you, the bread she would put it on would be this heavy farmer's bread.
Yeah, cut to your mouth, the roof of your mouth.
Yes, and she was like, well, we're all trying to eat healthy. I'm like, eat healthy? We got bread that's got 4,000 calories in it, thick slices of Thuringer over here, this Wisconsin full-fat cheddar cheese that is, do you understand what eat healthy means? Are you even on board with this at all? And she would say, shut up, because she swilled another glass of wine. 7:47 with Dixon and Whiting.
What a childhood.
Yes, indeedy. I should write a book.
You really should.
Back in a moment. 7:51. Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. We are off and running on a Monday. We're going to get this week going in the right direction here, man. It's hard to believe that we actually have, there's 2 weeks left in April. It's the 20th. You're like, how can there possibly be 2 weeks left? There's a 30 days, half September, April, June, and November. This doesn't make any sense.
We are boogieing through
here
it.
We are.
We really are.
Yeah.
But nice weather. We're going to have some beautiful, beautiful weather.
Gorgeous. Enjoy it while you can, and then when the rain comes, you enjoy that too.
Mm-hmm.
Richard the Cop says, axe is ghetto slang. Okay, thank you for that. Tommy points out that Obama used to mispronounce ISIS. He would always call it ISIL because he was insistent that the last S wasn't an S, it was an L. It stood for something else. And I'm like, well, by all means, let's not...
let's just totally make it up.
Well, let's not piss off the terrorists. We don't want to offend them. What, are you afraid they're not getting their mail or something? What is that? ISIL. Shut up. We'll call them what we want to call them. Terrorists. They're terrible people. Thomas says it's dived, not dove. Dove is a bird that goes coo, coo. That's dove you're thinking of, which is also a chocolate bar. And
it's very delicious.
And it's 1/4 cleansing cream, last I heard. Yeah. They have ice cream bars, too, don't they?
They're really good, yeah. Look out for those.
So you say you're saying the past tense of dive is dived. So I wouldn't say I dove into the water. I'd say I dived into the water. That doesn't ring true to me.
I dove into the water.
Somebody look that up. I want some answers.
I went diving.
Yeah, the diving championship.
I dived.
That was
You dived.
He, she, it dived. We all dived.
Dove.
Mm-hmm. Witcha instead of with you.
I hear the mix up a lot of times too on feet and foot.
Such as?
It was 30. It was 30 foot.
30 foot long.
Yeah, I'm like, it's 30 feet long.
Well, I guess it might just be an anachronism.
Maybe.
When people say that's a 30-footer.
Yeah, that's
Something
a little
like that.
different.
Yeah.
That's a little different.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you have 30 feet.
Yeah, that's ugly. You should see
your
doctor.
You got a problem. Don't see a podiatrist. It would kill you price-wise. Mispronouncing.
You could donate a foot.
A lot of people are all about this. Mispronouncing salmon drives me crazy. The L is silent. Salmon is how it should be.
Like S-A-M.
Yeah. People say the same thing of palm tree. But I've always said palm tree. I've always fit the L in there. The L is kind of just, you kind of
palm tree.
Run over the top of it.
Yes.
But I know many people say palm. They refuse to put the L in there at all.
I grew up with palm trees.
Wolf.
We always said palm, P-A-L-M.
You say
palm.
wolf or do you say wolf?
Wolf. The L is in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Steve's drinking a Coke Zero this morning.
Better late than never.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, the salmon thing is funny because a lot of people do leave the L in there.
Supposedly instead of supposedly, says Marcia.
Supposedly.
Yeah, that one drives me a little bit crazy.
Supposedly.
Sean says of the marijuana, it's the Lord's lettuce, not devil's lettuce. Okay.
The Lord's lettuce.
Now we know where you're coming from, pothead.
Well, you know what? The Lord created it.
You dope fiend, you.
The devil didn't create anything.
Well, I mean, Lord created cyanide too. Are we gonna celebrate that one day? Is that what we're gonna do?
I don't.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Do with it what you want.
As long as we're going down that road. James says, do they make barbecue ruffles? I don't remember. I want to say no.
Just plain barbecue?
Just regular barbecue lays. I loved the barbecue lays back in the day, but yeah. Dre says, Richard, can you tell me one good thing about your mother? Yeah, she's no longer with us.
Oh, stop.
What?
That is so ugly.
Come on,
Richard.
did you not see that coming?
God.
Have we met?
You're killing me.
How about the story of the 91-year-old woman who would not come to the door, would not answer her telephone? They sent police over on a welfare check because it's like, Grandma's not answering anything. We're really concerned.
Happened to her.
This is in Westlake, Ohio. Police officers show up at her Ohio home to check, and they find her on the night of April 9th, fixated on playing a video game.
Mm-hmm. She was entertained.
Yeah.
She was having fun.
Yeah.
She was like, leave me alone.
Uh-huh.
Who's bothering me?
Mm-hmm. Police, to protect the woman's identity, they did not release all the video, but what happened was something no one could have guessed. Turned out to be all okay. Everyone got a good laugh out of it. Police found the woman all right in her room. We're with her now. She's playing video games in her bedroom. Police said she was trying to beat her record level in the video game. In the process, she apparently missed those attempts to check in on her. The woman was thankful officers came out to check.
See, this can
Police
happen.
added.
This can happen to your 17-year-old in their bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
A week later, you see them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi, where have you been? And now grandma's doing it too. 91 years old, and you're all into the games.
91 years old.
Good for her.
I don't know.
I wonder what game she was playing.
One has to wonder. For some reason, I'm thinking Angry Birds, but that's.
That'd be fun. I really am curious now. What was it that just totally enthralled her?
It must have been something that she really wanted to beat her old record.
And was she playing
on
on her phone, possibly, where she didn't want to be bothered?
Yeah,
it was on her phone?
Well, if she was on her phone and the phone was ringing, then she would have been like very upset by that.
Yeah, because you've interrupted her game.
Maybe they're
I
calling
don't
her.
know. I really want to picture Grandma in a full video game workup with headphones on,
the whole
and the big
9
screen
yards.
TV
Yes.
and everything.
Yeah.
That's how I
She's
picture
got
it.
like double monitors, you know.
Yeah.
So her room
She's
is all
playing-
ready to go.
playing big time.
Yeah.
Oh man, I tell you, I never got addicted to the video games. I just, I did at one point get sucked into Angry Birds,
Yeah.
and I finally just had to put it down. I was like, they're just going to
Life,
keep.
you know what? Life is so short, Richard.
Exactly.
That's where I'm at with
mean,
it. I'm like, I ain't got time
well,
for
that's
no
what she was thinking when
I
she
got to
was-
get living.
When she was 91, she was thinking the same thing. She's
Yeah.
like, life is short. I hardly have any time left. I have to beat this record.
See, at 91, I'm over there
Yeah.
eating bonbons and steak and anything. Maybe start smoking. What the heck? You know what I mean? I mean, this is, later on in life, you're like, really, am I going to kill myself now with smoking cigarettes?
You may as well enjoy it, I say.
Maybe I'll take up cigars
There
or
you
a
go.
pipe.
Yeah. Nice. You and Janet Reno.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I guess. Look, different people. I was once commenting on a really high-priced bicycle. I think we were doing a live broadcast from, I don't know, Cahaba Cycles or something like that. And I just said, man, I can't imagine dropping $4,500 on a bicycle. This is before e-bikes even.
Yeah.
It's $4,500 on a bicycle. And he goes, the guy who works the place, he goes, well, what do you like to do? I said, well, I mean, I play drums, I play guitar. He goes, how much money you got in your drums? I was like, yeah, thank you. You've straightened me out. That's exactly right. Everybody has their own thing
that they enjoy.
doing. And if you enjoy playing video games and you want to put $4,500 into your system and you want to spend all day inside, trying to beat your record, who am I to say that you're doing it wrong?
Well, as long as you're an adult and you're the one that paid for it.
Yes, that's
Otherwise,
true.
you're a teen.
Yeah.
Get out of that.
That's right.
Get outside. Go play.
Mow the lawn.
Right.
You little
Go
jerk.
do something productive.
Get
out of here.
I agree. But yes, I've definitely
But at
seen
91,
the light.
you do whatever you want to do.
I think you get to.
You get to do whatever.
Yeah.
So good for her. I would just say have the phone nearby because your family, if you live alone,
Yeah.
your family probably would like to just check
Every
in
once
with
in a
you,
while.
make sure you're all right.
At the same time, you're like, I can't answer the phone right now. You'll change your message. I'm in the middle of trying to beat my record. Please leave a message at the tone.
Yeah, maybe so.
I'll get
Or
back
get
to
a
you.
second phone,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Something. 8 o'clock, Dixon Inviting Talk, 99.5 Talk, 99.5.com, 545-9950 should you wish to chime in or opine on anything you hear today. Please leave us your name and number if you haven't done so already. We'd love to hear from you.